So, Felix, another question I wanted to ask you is, yeah, first of all, there are a lot of stereotypes anyway about any culture, right? But since we're here, the first question I wanted to ask about maybe the Asian culture or more precisely the Chinese culture. How do you perceive and did you maybe get in touch with those stereotypes here, like to get to know what people are thinking, like even if we are in an immigrant country, did you get to maybe feel how other cultures perceive Chinese people?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I really don't like stereotypes because I believe everyone is different. But of course, I understand that there are certain upbringings of us that create us in a way, right?
Yeah.
For example, I think it is true that our parents, Asian parents, are really focused on academics. So we never really got the chance, like in Canadians. My partner is Canadian. It's like they're enjoying the youth and childhood and in the forest and things like that. I never got the chance except learning pianos and things like that. So that is really the Asian kind of upbringing that put us into a very practical mindset. So also a lot of us have very clear career agenda. So life has to come, okay, if you work in law, you should become a partner when you are 30. If you're 32, it's too late. That kind of idea always are being pushed on people.
Wow, not even 40.
Yeah, they will be comparing with each other a lot.
Yeah.
That is the uniformity of that culture. And also, again, not saying that it's good or bad, but when it is in a culture that is not necessarily come with this, like in Canada, we don't always ask the question, okay, now, when is my, I have to compete with all my peers out there to be the best of it.
Yeah.
We don't normally focus on this here as much, so we have to do a little bit of adjustment, of course, in the team environment. And I think a lot of stereotypes on Asians are actually like that. So they're hardworking, right?
Yeah.
They are family oriented. They don't go out to drink. They don't socialize, because they, again, stereotype. They see what is valuable practically. So like going to the bar after work has nothing to do with my future career. So it's not the priority. Usually that's the idea. I see myself a little different because also how I grew up was with a lot of different cultures already, very international. So I'm very adapted to the environment that I love to mingle with people, mingle with different cultures.
Yeah.
That gives me a little bit of, I won't say advantage, but give me a little bit of teaser to the life in Canada. So basically just being more at ease with social mingling, with different mindsets, being open-minded, debates with difference. So this is what I see about Asians and in myself, trying to jumping out of the Asian stereotype.
Yeah. I mean, I understand because, you grew up, I mean, like any of us, you grew up, because that's what I've also seen maybe with students, whether it's African students or Chinese student or Asian. I've noticed at school, for example, that they like to stay very compartmentalized, like in their corner. Yeah, especially Asian students, they like to stay really apart. Like even when you go to Little Italy, or
the Chinatown, the Little Italy, the Korean village or something like that.
Exactly. So at the end, it's like, we came here to be open, to the world, to other people. So sometimes I just ask myself questions. What if we also had, well, it's true people say that we have the black market, but what if everyone had their own Chinatown? It wouldn't be Canada, right?
Yeah.
Or USA or this country. There's Chinatown everywhere. So do you think it's a good practice that they are only trying to stay like together?
Yeah.
Or, well, you said you cannot say good or bad, but like, do you think there's improvement that can be made?
Yes. And I think totally people, it's a society. Society needs a lot of collaborations between people. And isolation is the opposite of it. So I totally don't think that people should just stay in their own village.
Yeah.
And we're talking about even Chinese, there are different groups of Chinese, and they can be broken down into even smaller parts. Okay. Hong Kong people, should they just stick with Hong Kong people? I don't think so.
Yeah.
That said, I mean, I also got support group from different associations, professional associations. There are Asian Lawyer Association. Actually, there's actually a group that I can promote here, which is called Internationally Trained Lawyer Network, which helps people from other parts of the world. Not saying that people should just stay in this arena, though. It is a bridge for us from their own original place or background to Canada. I use it if I go to Chinese events or go to Chinatown event.
Yeah.
It's for me to meet more people with different backgrounds, actually. And I see it as an opportunity to talk to someone different. And I think we all should do that. And that makes us beautiful. Again, repeating myself, I think diversity is a very important thing, not only just for society, but even in ourselves. If we are more open-minded, if we accept new ideas more openly, that will help us grow more easily too. Yeah. And I think it is the beauty of Canada. This is also why countries with more immigrants have their unique advantages, and I think we should embrace that. Immigrants are not a problem. Immigrants are the powerhouse. I just read Carla Briones, like the immigrant entrepreneur, the founders, like what she said is, I think it's 100%. I agree with her. We are giving the new ideas, and also immigrants at the same time, we also need to be open-minded, accepting all other different cultures.
Yes, all other different cultures. Yeah. Yes, I think it will be such a force if we come together as, the whole immigrant group.
Global village.
Yes,
idea,
the
right?
global village. That would be so nice.
Yeah.
She's already doing it, but when you say the global village, it gives me an idea. Okay, so now the movement back, right? Because now it's like from generation to generations. I don't know if Asians who are like 60, like retirement age, and they're going back to their country. I don't know if you know some. So
a lot of them do.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you feel now? Because I've observed it in my culture, people from my background. Now, when you get open-minded, and now you want to go back to your country, is it like, have you observed that now they're like, maybe it's not the same, but like for us, it's like now they will tell you think you are a Canadian now, or an American, or a French person. So how do people who go back deal with that? Or you, for example, how do you think you would deal with that if you get such comments from your peers? Yeah,
I think everywhere people would joke about that, or even sometimes it's because in Asia, in certain places of Asia, some people will have this sense of privilege. Like, okay, I've been to other places. I lived there. I grew up there. It almost gives them like, I'm a little bit better than the others.
Okay.
Of course, it is wrong, 100% wrong.
Yes.
And exactly, I think we all have to learn the other cultures, right? Now, living so long, so much away from Hong Kong, honestly, there are things that I'm already getting remote. So if I go back, I actually need to learn new things too. But at the same time, we are all trying to share with each other our own knowledge and experiences, right?
Yes.
On an equal basis. So no one is above the other. No one should think that way. And one day, if I moved to Hong Kong for business or for other things, it's because that I find value of Hong Kong, value of Hong Kong people, value of myself being in there. So it is not, okay, now I'm like prioritizing or like privileging myself over the others. That is totally not the idea. And we should not think about like that.
Okay, well, maybe I'll have a better idea of that when I visit China, but I know that what I've heard is that China well, maybe China is China, but the people, you know, we can separate the people living in China from the government itself, from the state, from the society. So that's like, maybe two different things. But what I wanted to say is that China has nothing to envy to Western countries, from what we've heard. Anyway, so I think it's always like the people, you know, who need to adjust, to not see people who went abroad as a threat or, you know, as sellouts. Like they say, it's really, I like to think about balance, collaboration.
Exactly.
Yes.
Me being in an international city, I exactly think about that. I never really had this idea, okay, going away from your own city is a bad thing because it's just normal. We're such a small island. We have to go out and learn things and bring back, right?
And learn things.
So it's already embedded in my idea. Of course, China is a big country. So, well, also the US and Canada. So people may think that, okay, there are already good things enough in the country, right? But still, it's not true. The whole world, there are so many other things to learn. And I don't think we should ever limit ourselves we should not just limit ourselves with geography. That is something that is unnecessary, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll end on this note with advices. I like to end up with advices like, what can you tell to an international trained lawyer or someone who is in the professional, like registered profession, or any newcomer in Canada or another country? What will be your advice or your advices? What can you say to that new person relocating?
I'll bring it back with the idea of IP, like we said already. Find our uniqueness. And first of all, don't think that we are subpar with the others. Totally not true. We just have our own different experiences, right? Even if it is not immediately obvious to people here, Canadians, that our experience are useful, we just need to learn how to demonstrate it and explain it to show our IP, show our uniqueness to people.
Yes, our uniqueness.
We have to learn a little bit. There's a technique over here, as in how to transfer, how to explain the transferability of the skills. That is something that we all have to learn. For example, me working in Hong Kong for this particular company is exactly useful for me being in Canada working for this company. Look at it that way and tell people that this is exactly your uniqueness, because you cannot find someone with this background at all from the market. Use it as your asset instead of a disadvantage.
Yes.
I would say we immigrants all have the advantage of being adaptive, being fast, being passionate. So I think we should embrace these advantages. Okay, perfect. I like it. I definitely feel or felt throughout the interview inspired myself, especially about the getting clients part, because that's a challenge for every entrepreneur, right? Who is starting out, or maybe, why waiting for you to be on a roll? So, yes, I hope you guys also felt inspired. Thank you very much, Felix. Thank you, Danielle.
It will be a pleasure to find you again, to meet with you again another time if you have some availabilities in the future. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, j'espère que vous avez aimé cet épisode. N'hésitez surtout pas à nous dire en commentaire quel est le moment que vous avez le plus apprécié, comment est-ce que ça vous a inspiré. Ce serait un plaisir, comme je dis toujours. N'hésitez pas de partager les amis pour que YouTube continue de recommander la chaîne. Donc, do not hesitate to comment, like, let us know what moment you appreciated the most or what got you inspired, so that we can know how we can get better at this, what topics we can share about more. So it'll be a pleasure to have you back in another episode. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Bye bye, Felix.
Bye.